Yes! We got it. What's it like to drive a 10p Stage 2? Let's find out. Let's close up this window a little bit, or fully rather. Windy windows, God. That typical 10p howl. Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a Defender Td5 with a 10p engine in for a Stage 2 remap. Right, so just a quick look at this one before we do any work with it. It has got a Circ Motorsport popular intercooler there. And modifications wise, yes, it's got a, oh look, it's got a decal, but it's okay because it's a wire edge, yeah, pre-cat model, so nobody shoot me, yeah. So no cat and silicon hoses, a couple of them, bit of a mishmatch of hoses, but either way, let's oh, this snorkel, right, power tuning and snorkels. We get asked questions, many questions. It's a bad idea if you're tuning, and you're tuning to sort of 180 horsepower and above. Okay, so when we say above, we do have tuning packages, believe it or not, folks, of up to and in excess of 300 horsepower. They're not what you would call direct off the shelf, you know, they're quite bespoke packages when we're going 300 horsepower. But yeah, look, what we're going to suggest is, if this is a Stage 2, which is what we're aiming for, the snorkel, we'll probably leave it connected. But if you are wanting maximum power out of one of these, it's only for aesthetics, then just disconnect it at the airbox, of course. So it looks like a kind of a standardish sort of Defender. I believe it's on a Galv chassis as well, this one. Yeah, of course, you can see, look. So it's had a bit of love in its time, it's probably been rebuilt, no doubt. But yeah, almost as Land Rover intended to a degree. But we're going to improve that today, of course. So right, let's get into it. We believe this is a standard map as well on this one. So being an early model, underneath that seat, the ECU, there's going to be an MSB ECU, we believe, and we need to do some soldering work to be able to install a chip, a reflashable ECU chip, to be able to put a map on this one. So we'll be doing that as well. So let's get some settings put in the dyno, and let's get some base numbers. So owner of this one's had it 7 years, thinks it is standard, so we'll find out soon. So just a quick look at the mileage for you guys. I know you're always interested to see what the mileages are on these vehicles when we're tuning them. So 91,000 miles. So even though this is a 10p, still going to be using power flash. So just going through it. Oh, we've got a code for overboost. So I wonder what the story is there. We'll clear those, because see what happens when we do get into it. Let's just have a look at some information here. I think I've got all the parameters selected that I kind of want. So right, let's wait for this one to come to a standstill and we'll do our first power test. So of course I'm sat in the car, you can hear me. Right, so just looking at the data, the engine's definitely warm enough now. So let's go and do our first power test. I think this is mapped. It feels a bit more responsive than a standard one. Oh. Oh dear. What was that? Let's have a look at the log and see what just happened. Oh, I think that's that overboost coming back to Avils. Yeah, it is, yeah. So, oh, we're seized up. Seized. Yeah. What we're going to do with this, we put it on the actuator, apply some pressure, just see if the actuator can push that gate open. I'm pretty certain it won't. So what it probably will need is just freeing off. Pressure we got.
Tiny little bit.
Yeah. So 25 psi we got to. So about, around a bar and a half, and it's not opening. So that's where the boost cut is coming from. So the ECU, putting the vehicle, putting the engine into limp to look after itself. So I did mention that the dyno the graph looked a bit funny. So yeah, it literally did. It literally plotted on the dyno how it actually felt. And probably exactly how it sounded as well. This is a better screen. So yeah, we've got to 97 horsepower and yeah, cut. Will it come back though? Oh, let me. Yeah, let's have a look. You see what he did there, guys? There you go. Need your actuator freeing off. I know a guy. So, should do. I mean, yeah, we're putting we're putting WD-40 in there. We know that's just going to burn off straight away, but it'll get us going. So once it's freed off, should be able to get a power test. Well, that fixed that, didn't it? Yeah, 1.1 bar, which is just a smidge over standard boost pressure. So it does look like someone's wound up the actuator to try and introduce a bit more boost, but we'll take that. It looks like it's making a bit less than stock power. What have we got? Yeah, it's making, it's 9 horsepower down or somewhere like, oh, we've got a wobble on the losses here. Let me just correct that. It might just bring that figure up a couple, so 118. One of these should be around 125 horsepower. Torque-wise, yeah, we do see 270 out of them, but it should really be around the 300 mark. It is what it is, you know, 91,000 miles. Some are better than others. Well, let's get that ECU out, and I think Will's going to be doing some soldering on this one. We'll show you what Will's doing, and yeah, we'll get a remap applied on this stage 2. So let's see what the stage 2 can do today. No, just saying to Will, 91,000 is not really a lot for a TD5. So just drop this window. So Will's just removing the ECU. So that's that ECU. Will's just unplugged it and brought it out. It's a bit mucky, Will. It is. We'll give you could almost roll a fag out of what's on that. give it to Martin. Should we tap it in his backy tray? No, right, give that a brake cleaner off and then we'll open that ECU. So that is the map, the stage 2 map applied to the ECU, flash to the chip fitted to the socket. Okay, socket was fitted to the ECU board. So just going to warm this one up now and yeah, do a run. We'll have on the background the graph, what did it make when it came in. And we'll overlay the power. So when we are doing a power test, we're going to be recording power at the wheels, okay? So it'll be a blue line, see how much it will improve over what it made when it was standard. So stage 2 could be around 180 sort of horsepower mark, so we'll find out.
So looking at quite a nice gain there. Boost was set at just under 1.4 bar, so not too bad. What is the number? So 174, that's not bad. So 395 Newton meters. There's just a little wiggle on the transmission losses. Let me just iron that out. I'll keep the camera rolling. So what I'm looking at is this part here. It may or may not add power. We'll just correct that. So yeah, 177. So pretty much on target. Just review some data and then I think I'll do another run. So I'm just going to do another run now. I didn't actually have the dyno fan on very high, so I've turned it on onto where we would normally have the dyno fan. So do another run. Might make more, might make the same. It's always good to back these figures up. Bit different on the result there. More power at the top potentially, a bit less torque at the bottom. Just looking at the log now, the boost, it didn't quite make the boost mid-range. I wonder if that actuator is still sticking somehow. So yeah, it did make a bit more horsepower. Let me just use the drag wizard on that again. I'll keep it live. So where are we? So 181. I want to repeat that. I will save it. I want to repeat it just to see what that just did there. So you can see a loss. Oh, sorry. You can see a loss here. It's around 30 Newton meters, but then it picked up. So maybe that actuator is a little bit sticky still. Maybe driving it a little bit might help. Or perhaps a bit more work and a bit more recovery. So got 3 background results now on the dyno. So here we go. So somehow we're not making the same boost, so we'll just have a quick check for boost leaks and we're right back.
The snorkel is connected, yeah. But it did the first run at just under 1.4 bar, and now we're only 1.2. A little bit of smoke coming out from the actuator. Is it stuck? No, it's free. So maybe the first run it was stuck.
Could have been, yeah.
Because, yeah, it would make a bit of sense. Let's put some preload on that and see if we can chase that 1.4 bar target. Yeah. So what are you shortening that by, Will? 1 or 2 threads?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
There we go.
We'll set it and see.
Yeah, so Will's just put a bit of preload on the actuator as you've just seen, and we're going to do another run. strange. We've just tried to make more boost but made less. Very strange. Let's check the condition of this turbo. Oh dear. So we are just going to check the condition of the turbo. So we did have one magic run there, didn't we? We have a good run. So that's this dotted line when the torque was quite strong. What's going on there? So we're still making sort of the headline figure, but in the mid-range we're not making the boost that we want to. Yeah, that first run that we did, we had a good amount of boost, just under 1.4 bar. That run just then was 1.18. So what is going on? We've either got a boost leak or turbo that's not right. Oh, is there something else? We good?
Yeah, feels fine.
Feels all right, looks all right. Looks like a turbo. All the blades look nice. Nice and sharp. So, right, no play in it. Very odd. Think we've got a boost leak, Will?
Yeah, maybe.
Can't see a split on anything. No. It's really lazy. It is acting like it's like got a boost leak. Not so bad. Better than some. You disconnect this. You are. I'll borrow your flatty, or are you going to need it?
Very strange.
Yeah, it's not overheating. Air temps, charge temps are nice. Odd one. Fuel pump sounds nice and quiet. We might end up smoking it. Do run one roll run and then probably end up smoking it. Just to see if there's any boost leaks. Don't think this is going to fix it. Do you need that for your math?
No, let's see.
Yeah, just seen Will give that a little squeeze. Give it a squeeze again. Well, it feels quite normal.
Holding pressure.
Yeah, holding pressure, but not abnormally hard. You know, head gasket would, telltale signs would be really, really, really hard. Top hose, as well as overheating generally with head gasket problems, but I don't think it's that. So this will be a run with the snorkel bypassed. No, it's still not as good as it was. So a smidge more horsepower at the top. Obviously bypassing the snorkel, it does allow the engine to breathe better, especially at the top. Let's go for maybe some, oh, I'll have a word with Will. Maybe we'll either preload the turbo a bit more or we'll go with a smoke test to see if there is a boost leak. One of the two. What do we do? So yeah, 183 horsepower. Drag wizard on there. Could it be more? Yeah, 186 horsepower. So good headline figure and 390 Newton meters. Yeah, what's going on in the mid-range? This is another run with a bit more preload on the turbo, see if we can wake things up a little bit. Oh, boost pressure wise, that's a lot better. Yes, we got it. So
We're back to, well, 1.35 bar of boost. I'm not going to argue over a tiny bit of boost pressure, but that's more like it. Is it around 400 Newton meters? 414, so yeah, we found it. We definitely found that, and let's just put the drag wizard just about here, because 184 horsepower sounds good, but with a drag wizard I think it will, just correcting the losses there, so 186, 414, those are our figures, guys. That's your stage 2. So just remove that one and that one, so that is now, what did it come in with versus what is it about to leave with? Holy shit! Look at that torque. Yeah, so 130, 140 Newton meters of torque and 670 horsepower. Thank you very much. What's it like to drive a 10p stage 2? Let's find out. Yeah, that's one thing I like about the 10Ps. Always really responsive, really blippy, if you know what I mean. I think this one's going to sound absolutely great. Off we go. So what was once a standard map is now stage 2. Yeah. That's the owner. Sounding well. Nice day for it as well. It's seems like forever. We've been waiting for a good bit of sunshine. Oh, squealy brakes. You just set off in second gear. Piece of cake. The torque delivery from a 10p engine as well is different to a 15p. You get a massive shove, a big, right good slug of torque. It falls off. You know, it makes peak torque and it falls off immediately, unlike a 10p, which will hold that peak value for at least 1,000 RPM, but we got us a race car. That goes good. Goes good, sounds good. Sunshine's good. Oh, I got a race with a Porsche. Come on. That torque's really handy for pulling up this hill. Good response. Close up this window a little bit, or fully rather. Windy windows, God. Yes. Well, that typical 10p howl. Right, Defender versus Porsche, everybody. You're about to lose. Yeah, the Porsche is not biting. He obviously knows that there's a TD5 in the front of this thing. Right, well, I guess that kind of wraps that one up. Customer there just about to leave and initially go for their first road test. Pretty good result. You know, it wasn't straightforward, was it? Some issues with boost to begin with. So, hey, 2D5, you can hear it. So yeah, some issues with boost to begin with, but we got there. we got there? So 186 horsepower and 414 newton meters of torque. So a good result in the end. Typical 10p torque curve. I mentioned the 10p torque shove that you get. That's this big ramp, and then I said that it doesn't hold the peak value. It continues to drop off, so it feels really punchy initially, and then horsepower carries on climbing. A 15p torque curve would probably be less as sharp of a peak here, but it would hold torque much further throughout the range. Anyway, that's the end of that one. I'm just looking at the oil on the floor. But I'm not going to bash that vehicle. Why? Well, I didn't get to clean and prep the dyno. So I don't know whose that was. I've got a sneaking suspicion. And you might be surprised. But anyway, I'm Stu. This is a live tune-in, and I'll see you next time. Cheerio.